This week on the eveRide channel, we tell a long story, fly through a hole, and ride dual sport motorcycles up a volcano on the island of Maui. Stick around and enjoy.
It's time!
One of my first big inspirations to start motorcycling was Accidental Broadcast. Ever since I saw his video Adventure Now, I've dreamed of riding dual sport motorcycles on Maui, on some epic adventure. But in the back of my mind, it just wasn't going to happen. I'd never have the means to do it, not as a teacher and certainly not as a YouTuber. However, while I've never had the means, and I still don't, I've learned that making these things happen is not about money, it's about people. It is a long story, the details of which need a whole other video, but to summarize, through a mutual love of dual sport and a mutual internet acquaintance in Kalani of Accidental Broadcast, I met Greg Hoxie, an incredibly talented photographer and generally amazing dude. Greg is also known by Accidental Broadcast as the International Man of Mystery, the Hawks. Clear back in 2012, Greg flew to Utah and hosted my brother Jay and I on the legendary Duck Creek trails. After a few broken ribs, but a great ride later, we determined that Greg wasn't just an outstanding human being, but he also wasn't a murderer, which is a big bonus when you meet people online. A short time later, we had an epic dual sport motovloggers meetup in Moab, Utah. Among many other great people, I met another of Kalani's friends, Kurt, aka Minitstop. At first, I was too starstruck and pretty shy around him, but it didn't take long before we were dual vlogging and singing Disney duets. Not kidding.
Oh my gosh, you guys were all synced together. This is just fantastic. Simply fantastic.
Dun, 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 dun. You want to start? Make way for Prince Ali. Make way for Prince Ali. Hail to the chief, he's a brand new star. Hey you!
I think that was a fantastic rendition.
Oh, American Idol can suck it.
Wish I could be part of your
world. The most manly vlog ever in the history of vlogging.
Through the years since then, Kurt can't get enough of this great wide open state of Utah, so he has come back many times to ride and has become one of my best friends. Now to shift gears a little bit, in 2014 my recently retired parents were asked to serve a service mission in, of all places, Laie, Hawaii, on the island of Oahu. But during a physical exam to prepare for the service, they found malignant cancer had been spreading through my father's body. My dad battled with cancer after that for over a year, surgery after surgery, followed by long recoveries, chemotherapy, and more surgery. Through a lot of difficult trials, eventually that initial checkup ended up saving his life. Had he not decided to serve a mission at that time, which was the impetus for getting the checkup, he wouldn't have found the cancer until it was too late. After a long, difficult recovery, last fall my parents finally moved to Hawaii to begin their mission. And for Christmas, helped my family to buy plane tickets complete with air mattresses and beach towels so that we could stay at their apartment in Hawaii. In almost an instant, Kurt arranged to get off work to host me on Maui, and likewise, Greg was quick to offer his Husqvarna TE 449 so that I'd have a bike to ride while on the island. Even then, funds were really tight to make it happen, and the trip wouldn't have been possible without the enormous support of my parents and patrons. But it wasn't all gravy just yet. Just 2 days before our flight, my daughter, my wife, and I got a really bad flu. Our house turned into a veritable quarantine zone. The day before our departure arrived, we were all still doubled over, barely able to move. My wife and I were both still massively sick, yet had put all of our remaining energy into packing our suitcases in the fading hopes that we'd still be well enough to go, praying for a miracle. We even asked our home teachers, which are like personal family ministers, to come and pray with us so that all our preparations wouldn't be for naught. Yet that midnight, with only 5 hours until we were supposed to depart, we were still taking turns in the bathroom. When the alarms blazed at 4 o'clock the next morning, we loaded into the car and never looked back. All of us had completely recovered by the time the landing gear left the ground at McCarran International. About 10 hours later, we were at this beach, staring in awe out at the ocean, our hearts bursting with gratitude. Somehow, we had made it. With so much help from so many, our dream was finally a reality. Before departing to Maui, I spent 2 days with my family on Oahu. We built sand castles, swam in the ocean, attempted bodyboarding badly, collected seashells and sea glass, and tried to spot whales off Laie Point. Departure to Maui was bittersweet. On one hand, I was leaving my family during the one and only vacation we'd ever really had, but on the other hand, I was setting off on a new adventure and doing the work that in many ways made this whole vacation possible.
So you guys, I have been dreaming of this day for probably 4 or 5 years, but now it's gonna happen. I'm on the plane, we're headed out. This is crazy, so I'm really excited. It's gonna be great. I love that feeling of taking off.
Was waiting for me at the airport and immediately started the adventure.
You guys, I'm in Kurt's car! What's up? This is Kurt's car and it's really fast! He's squealing tires in like 3rd gear.
Yeah.
And Kurt's car is on Maui. And I'm hanging out with Kurt! It's Kurt!
Yeah, man. It's a thing. This is happening, guys.
Kurt's like, I'm driving down a normal road that I go on every day. And I'm like,
First, we ate local food from a gas station. Kurt wouldn't lead me wrong, though. The omelet, which was stuffed with Portuguese sausage and shrimp, was amazing. It wasn't long after that we made our way across the island where the Hawks had his bike shined up and ready to go. I was sad to learn that he wouldn't be riding with us that day, but immensely grateful for the beautiful bike he provided.
It is happening. I am officially riding a dual sport. Riding a dual sport on Maui. I can't believe it. I think I'm gonna have a little heart palpitation here. I am riding a dual sport on Maui. And somebody just honked at me and gave me the shaka, and all I could do is gawk at them like, this is actually happening. Oh my gosh. What is this place? This is unbelievable, you guys. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. So, Maui, I've ridden maybe quarter mile, and oh my gosh, it smells like grilling meats and flowers and awesomeness. Oh, it's so good. And this bike, oh my gosh, the throttle on this bike, it's touchy. It like wants to just rip. It's not happy with this slowness. I tell you what though, I am. Oh my gosh, look over there. Oh, you guys.
Kurt grabbed his bike, then we cruised to get Jordan Cody. Then it was time to ride from sea level to 10,000 feet and from 85 degrees to 50 degrees on Maui's enormous volcano, Haleakalā. the summit, there was this guy playing a PVC pipe, or a didgeridoo, and according to Jordan, he was really putting out a good vibe. This guy had walked up here 10,000 feet, said nothing to anybody, played the stuffing out of his didgeridoo, then walked back down. A few more scenes from this majestic volcano, and it was also time for our descent. At the end of the day, on our way home, we had some light left to burn. So Kurt led me through a little shortcut, and for the first time, my dream of riding the red Maui dirt was a reality. One final jump in a vacant grassy field, and we called it a day.
Gotta do a little bit of hooligan.
Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video in the Maui series, and if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button for more dual sport adventures. If you're not quite ready for that kind of serious commitment and you'd like to see more from this adventure or past adventures before subscribing, check the playlist in the description or the videos on the screen. And another enormous thanks to my parents, my patrons, to Kurt, Greg, and Jordan for making this video possible. Much love to all of you. eveRide out.